Hello again everyone, Saka here, and welcome to Aircraft Carrier Survival. So you're looking at this and it might give you a Hearts of Iron 4 vibe, but basically this is a management game where if you played a game like Bomber Crew or FTL and you said, yes, that, but World War II aircraft carriers, then this is the game for you. This is the Prologue. It's an early access look at aircraft carrier survival. I want to thank Piotr from Creative Forge Games for this early access key. And once the full game comes out, I'll be receiving a full key for that. So if this is something you want to see on my channel in the future, let me know in the bottom. If you're new here, like, share, and subscribe if you are so bold. So I've played around for a little bit so I didn't look like a complete idiot, but we'll start brand new and I'll show you what I've learned. And if you have any tips, let me know. So we'll go ahead and start a brand new game. And the first option we have here is campaign or sandbox. I imagine the full game will come with sandbox mode, but we just have campaign for today. And easy, normal, hard, I don't know exactly what modifiers are adjusted to make it easy, normal, and hard, but just to sort of show off the game and to put it through its paces, we'll go easy. And we'll skip the tutorial as I've done the tutorial a bit and sort of figured some things out on my own as well. So with this Hearts of Iron 4 type loading screen, we should be selecting our Admiral. So this is our character model that will walk around on the ship, and this is our portrait that will be displayed in our menus. So let's go ahead and choose someone. As I flip through these, you can take a look at what we got. We got Captain Smith from the Titanic. We got Vin Diesel over here. We have poor Tom Cruise. Yeah, and we have Jester from Top Gun. So, or no, that's Viper. So, yeah, let's pick Viper, and we will be Admiral Saka Kino, not Japanese by any stretch of the imagination. For your traits, so we have skills as far as air and navy goes. From what I can tell is this is your expertise that you yourself work on the aircraft carrier. So let's go with a Sea Master, and I think that's going to help us out a bit. These are the voices you can choose from. We have two male voices here.
Hard work is what keeps the ship moving.
Hard work. And then we have this one.
Hard work is what keeps the ship moving.
Which is closer to my voice, so we'll take voice 2. We also have 4 faces to choose from. This is face 1. Then we have face 2, face 3, and face 4. We'll go ahead and take face 4 there. As far as hair goes, we have several different styles in several different colors. 18 different variations in total. So this is hair 1 with the part, hair 2, hair 3, and hair 4 is a different style there with the part on the other side. Hair 5 and 6 are the different variations of those colors. Hair 7, hair 8, and hair 9. Going on down, we have hair 10, where we have the sort of platoon cap there in white, in light gray, and in black. And then in 14, 15, and 16, we have the naval cap. 17, we have the Ruskies. There is sort of a different shirt type that sort of matches this cap if you wanted to be the Red Army or Navy. And then we have this cap here. I like the look of standing out, so we'll take the white cap. As far as accessories go, we can have aviators, like so. 3 different types of aviators. Then we have the Harry S. Truman glasses, and then we have the eye patch. So if you wanted to be a pirate carrier leader, you could do that, but we'll run no accessories. We also have the binoculars. We've got a cigarette, we've got a pipe, and then we've got the Sherlock Holmes style pipe. So you can accessorize just a bit. As far as shirts go, we have a bit of a different categories here. We have 29 different shirts that we can flip through from different coat styles, shirt styles, that sort of thing. So shirt 2 is the white variety, shirt 3, and then shirt 4, a nice black And then this will go with that red army hat, shirt 5. And then we get into some trench coats here. Very nice indeed. The black variety is cool looking. Then we have this laser tag version, if you wanted to go, I guess, futuristic. And then we have like a reporter's sort of thing. We have some different styles. Nice collared shirt. Then the standard navy brown there. Then even some floral patterns if you wanted to be Hawaiian on vacation. We've got some rolled up shirt varieties. You can be Al from Tool Time. You could have pink or, you know, all that good stuff. There are the tie uniform varieties. And then we have this jellyfish variety. So, yeah, interesting batch of shirts for sure. But I like seeing my medals. I like knowing that I've done some good things. So we'll take shirt 4. Sort of like this overcoat with our rack right there. And then as far as trousers go, different colors of pants, as you can probably surmise. We'll be going with trousers 4, but if you wanted to roll in some shorts, you could do that. Or even some holy denim. So you can go half of a Canadian tuxedo there. But we'll roll with trousers 4. So loading times, you're seeing them in real time. I'm running this on a physical hard drive, not an SSD. But loading times are still pretty good. And then once you get into the sort of meat and potatoes of the game, there isn't any loading screen. So this is the biggest part. So what we have here are our command points, and we have upgrade points. So you can see the dock right here with our carrier group. We can look at our individual crew. So we can spend 1 upgrade point to bring in some more crew. So right now we have 3 officers and we have 8 crew members. I believe in the full version of the game, you'll be able to train each of these crew members and officers to give them some skills. Right now we have 1 crew member who has good air specialty. We ourselves are going to be Navy type and air type, so we're pretty versatile. Then we have 1 Navy commander and 1 air commander, so Maverick will be in charge of our flight deck. That is pretty cool. As far as aircraft go, we can choose to upgrade our fighter planes, dive bombers, and torpedo bombers. And at this point, those are the different styles of craft you can carry with you and dispatch. Each mission requires a different loadout of fighter craft. And I think right now, I want to spend 1 of my 2 upgrades to upgrade our fighter from an F2 to an F4. So now we're rocking F4Fs with increased survivability, which is all well and good. Keeping those 2 the same. As far as our carrier itself, we can rename the character. The character and the carrier. Props to you if you know the Tiger's Claw. And we can spend 1 of our upgrade points to increase our radar range, our anti-air stations, or upgrade our hangar capacity. So if you want to run multiple missions, you need multiple groups of fighters. So this +1 hangar capacity is actually a pretty big deal. So I'm going to go ahead and spend my upgrade on that to increase our squadron slot. In the full game, you'll be able to research the Yorktown and the Essex. But for the early access version, we just have the Lexington. And as far as our escort group, you can see the passive bonuses that our escort group gives us. And if you spend an upgrade point, you can unlock another ship. You can also change the ship types that you are bringing out. I highly recommend a supply ship for sure. If it's going to be a long mission, that guy carries your goods. So definitely do that. For our escort carrier, each one of these ships, kind of like a different class, does different passive bonuses as well as has an active bonus. So our escort carrier can use to send the carrier away as a decoy and change the detection status to undetected for 2 hours. Can only be used when there are no incoming attacks. So you can't send him off on his own, just like under fire, because they're going to know that you're trying to dupe them. So that's interesting. We can go with another supply ship. We can go with a cargo ship. We can go with a cruiser. use to change the next attack against the carrier within the next 3 hours to target the strike group instead. So basically this game, when you set your missions, you're sort of locked into those missions. So the ability to change a mission right away in mid-mission is really, really powerful. We also have our light cruiser here. Used to reposition the strike group to a safe position, rendering any attack against it useless for 6 hours for damage control and all that good stuff. So we will go a light cruiser on there. And as far as a cargo ship goes, instantly repairs 2 broken squadrons, 8-hour cooldown, max squadrons in hangar +2. And so that's pretty good for getting more aircraft on the deck. We could also bring a submarine for a 200 extra mile spotting bonus, or a destroyer to get +2 defense for 3 hours for the carrier and the escorts. So if we are under attack, we can activate the destroyer to get our defense up. So let's go ahead and do that, and I think we are now ready to launch. So first mission will be down here by Australia. The Japanese Imperial Navy has begun an operation to cut off our allies. Port Moresby and the islands near Tulagi are a key strategic point in the Coral Sea. Without them, providing support to Australia and New Zealand will be nearly impossible. We must interrupt the Japanese plans at all costs. Our intelligence intercepted messages with the exact date and location of the invasion, but have yet to confirm their path. Your task is to destroy the invasion fleet headed for Port Moresby. So it is an easy mission, and it will give us an upgrade point, I think, once we complete the sinking. So let us begin.
We have reached the Coral Sea, Admiral. The last
mission briefing.
Confirmed. The enemy invasion fleet progressing as expected. They will approach from here, or straight through this location. We
Gotcha.
can count on continuous support from land-based Australian scouts.
That's
Our
good.
Recon has identified 2 harmless fleets in the area. No aircraft carriers were spotted. As a reminder, our main objective is to defend Port Moresby. Based on the CIC analysis, the optimal position to launch an airstrike against the invasion fleet is from Zone G7.
All right, so here we are on the main screen. I wish there was a pause button, but time is ticking as of normal. So as it stands now, we have some things to do. We have to destroy the invasion fleet before it reaches Port Moresby and reach Zone G7 for a tactical advantage. So let's go ahead to our map screen and get our fleet moving to G7. So now we are on our way. We'll right click and be done with that. And I believe, yep, we are going to be rolling. So basically, we have our 3 admirals on the main island doing jobs. This particular admiral will be either doing repairing fighters, bombers, or torpedoes. We'll go ahead and swap that to fighters, since I think we're going to be using the fighters primarily. We also have ourselves down here in the meteorology room, updating weather, can deploy squadrons and launch zones while in a bad weather zone. I'm not anticipating any bad weather, so I'm going to move our admiral up to the flag plotting room. So this is where we can activate what type of mission we want to run. So we can run 2 airstrike missions, 2 recon missions, or 2 identifying targets mission. And I think right now we want to run our recon. Also, in our radio room, we have 1 flood and 1 fault button. And right now we have 1 blue point and 1 air point and 0 navy points. This is where we can get orders. To improve visibility, get into a defensive position, do extra damage control, or resupply. So we will need to get our flag crew in places that makes sense.
Full focus now.
All right, so we've got air mission there. This is our naval mission here. That looks like an air. That looks like an air. That gives us an extra carrier support or boost efficiency in deck and damage control. So that is pretty interesting. Deck control is going to be pretty important to getting fighters out of the way. So let's move that officer down into the control room. And then we will boost efficiency in deck and damage control. Speaking of deck and damage control, and the things that we're doing, we have our crew here. So right now, no one is injured, so we can move one from the medic department, move them into the deck control. Okay, so that... Oh, we have to wait for him to actually move. Okay, so we'll assign 2 to deck control, 1 to engineering. This guy is actually a flight guy, so we'll move him up into here, move the air department down into the engineer, and we've got 2 on navigation, so that is all set. This is where the bomber crew sort of thing comes into play. We have all of these different rooms, a la Fallout Shelter, that can catch fire, get broken, all of that other stuff. I think we would need damage control for sure. And we can assign damage control to work in the engineering room here, or as soon as like a fire breaks out or something of that nature, we will have to move them to the correct point on the ship to get that done. So first of all, what you want to do is choose which kind of mission you want to run. So we can do scouting, carrier, or, you know, carrier CAP, or we can do some offensive, you know. So we can do a Recon Mission, and it takes 2 fighters. Those are fighters, dive bombers, and torpedo bombers, and each mission requires a certain amount of craft to do that. So if we wanted to do a Recon Mission, we need to get 2 planes on deck. So we'll head up to our deck menu, make sure that we are ready to launch, and then we'll head to our deck here. Excuse me. We'll go to our deck and make sure that we dispatch 2 sets of fighters. So now our people will start bringing some fighter planes up from the elevator. And the order that you dispatch them is very important. You can see we've got our 2 groups of fighter planes right here. When we hover over this, it shows us that symbol. If we were, for example, to have our torpedo bombers back here and we wanted to launch a mission, they would move one of these planes out of the way and then physically push the planes around. So there's going to be a lot of manual moving around for these poor deckhands. And I guess that was just sort of the way it was, you know. So we've got 3 fighter planes ready to go. We should be dispatching 3 more planes from the elevator. And once they are set, we can prepare our Recon Mission. So we will go ahead and prepare that and send them on up ahead. We'll say to right there and confirm. So we'll do like a little bit of a scout ahead, and we can go ahead and launch that. So we had 4 hours to basically confirm that mission. So these pilots are going to get ready. They're going to start staging, and those 6 fighter planes are going to launch off the deck. Now, we cannot launch at nighttime, so we have to make good use of our daytime operations here. And as they line up, you'll see them take off. And now our map is updated. This is our spotting range, and we do have an unknown object over here. So what we could do, we can send out another fighter plane to identify this target. We only need 1 fighter. So we'll launch that as well. All right, get 1 more set of fighters up. So we've got a scouting party going ahead and another that is here to identify the unknown object out there in the water. Now, what we can do is go ahead and get some more planes on the deck, but there is a process where when they're done launching, you have to go into recovery mode, and they'll push all the planes from this end all the way down to the end so that planes can come in and land. So you can't obviously launch planes at the same time you're recovering. So it's a delicate balancing act.
Stand by to start engine.
But with those 3 planes launched, we don't want to do anything else. So when they're done launching, we'll go ahead and pull up a few groups of dive bombers and a few groups of torpedoes. That way we don't have to spend time bringing them from below deck. That seems like the most efficient way to do it. So planes are taking off. To free cam, we'll go ahead and pivot around. Watch those planes set off. And now we're ready to pull some more aircraft off from below deck. So we'll pull out a group of torpedo bombers and pull out a group of dive bombers. All right, so we've identified an enemy fleet. I believe we've ordered an all-stop. Yeah, we've ordered the all-stop. So we'll let that crew in front of us sort of keep on chugging so that they don't see us. Those submarines, I imagine, have quite the spotting range. And only an hour before those planes come back. So what we have to do is we have to get these planes to the front. So we'll go ahead and get into recovery position. And our deckhands are going to go ahead and start pushing our fighter planes to the opposite end of the deck. Oh, so his mission is finally done. Now he's coming back. So it's not going to be that staggered. Well, it's going to take these guys quite a bit to come back. So let's see. Has that other group made hay? Yes, it has. Let's go ahead and move it to the rear. All head full, please. All right, we're starting to move. Get those engines a-churning. And we'll try to sneak up behind them. The enemy scouts are there. And we do need 2 fighters on the deck. All right, so let's add 2 groups of fighters. And then we'll go ahead and launch them up, see if we can shoot down that scout. I'm sure they've already radioed in to the main fleet where we are. But we're not going to stand idly by and let them sort of pick at us. And there they go. Launching to counter the hostile scouts. Maybe we can shoot some of them down. There they take off in a 1, 2, 3. Oh crap, we've got more enemy coming in. So that's no joke. Let's get our destroyer up then. Increase our defense time. Alright, so are we recovering? So 4 minutes until those fighters come back. 6 minutes until our recon comes back. So we're going to get a lot of fighters coming in for sure. And then we can launch. Nice. The enemy scouts have been destroyed. Okay, so it has to actually complete. Gotcha.
Stand by to recover aircraft.
All right, aircraft should be coming in to land. Here they come. And the recon crew will be back in 4 hours. So we've got 3 more fighters on the deck. All right, so those 3 fighters are recovering. And then once they get pushed down to the end,
Clear the flight deck and prepare for takeoff.
then we'll get them ready to launch. Yeah, so this is part of the awkward part. It would have been more efficient to push the fighters right from landing straight to the launch position. But that is fine. Once we get launched, we'll do carrier CAP, which then should be able to provide defense. We also have our destroyer running to get extra boosted defense. All right, let's launch them. Let's see if we can get these fighters ready to go. And I believe, yes indeed, the fighters were the first up. No, they weren't. So the fighters were in the back, and you can see they sort of shifted those aircraft around, and they're going to wheel them up. So hopefully this group of 6 fighters can do this combat air patrol. Yeah, there they are. Lower the boom, boys. Yo, yo, yo. Our fighters clashed with the enemy. Some of them require urgent repairs, and that's why I got the flight deck clear. Man, letting it fly. I think they ran off. So do our fighter planes come back, or do they... Okay, so they're ready to retrieve. Yep, let's get in some retrieval. And let's make sure that we have enough crew for the recovery efforts. And medical department, if so. Yeah, navigation. We'll get down to the medical department. Well, that's a cool little thing. Let's see, what was that? Insufficient crew and navigation department. Okay, so we can go slow, and if we wanted to speed up, we need to dedicate some people. Got it. So let's go ahead and start on our resupply. It'll be resupplied in 2 hours. And our resupply ship is actually going to start making their way over here to the port. I guess this would be starboard side. And start sending some supplies over for us. We have a 1,500 capacity. And there they go. Lines are thrown out. And then the goods are shuttled up and down. So very cool attention to detail. Alright, so we'll wait for our fighters to come back. And I'll see you then.
Admiral, the section below deck has malfunctioned. Send DC teams now.
We got damage. Damage control.
Ready. Awaiting orders. Yes, sir.
All right, here comes damage control. Did something spring a leak? All right, here they come. Yeah, they're getting to work. Well, crap. 8:30 at night, we found another fleet. The Haiken Defensive Fleet with repair ships, a battleship, and submarines. We cannot launch fighters at night, and it's going to be nighttime in like 20 minutes. So, yeah, this might be an all-guns battle, or this might be something that we have to do maybe first thing tomorrow if that battleship is hunting us. So that's interesting. But, yeah, working on one more fighter, 2.5 hours for our last fighter to be repaired. So, yeah, see you tomorrow, or if that battleship decides to come on us. All right, sending out a quick identify target. I sent out one group of fighters, and we found the Daiko Defensive Fleet. So let's go ahead and get an airstrike prepared. All right, airstrike prepare. So bombing defense. Defense of the previous maneuver up 150%. So this defense, attack, and defense of the next and previous maneuver. So let's move that there. And then we need a good attack. So solid there. And then we've got two basic open spots here. Attack of this maneuver if maneuver 3 is supportive, which it doesn't look like. Defense of all previous maneuvers. So that one needs to go on the end. Yes, indeed. And can we squeeze out defense of the next two, defense of all? All right, so we don't have enough planes on deck. So all squadrons will return, total annihilation. 2 fighters, 3 dive bombers, one dive bomber, 3 tactical bombers, confirm. All right, so that is available. We need one more fighter on the deck.
Issue a fighter squadron on the deck.
All right, so we'll pull those fighters out. And then we will launch when able. All right, 1, 2, and 3. Launch them. All right, let's see if we can get a good strike.
An objective has been completed, sir.
All right, so we have reached G7 for a tactical advantage. All right, so we'll get one set of fighters up. These 3 fighters are going to land. All right, nice. No damage to aircraft. Your squadrons destroyed all the enemy targets, and we get a video? Yes, we'll take a video. Dun 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 dun. Boom! Torpedoes! Torpedo away! Boom! Nice. Alright, so we sunk some stuff on the map. Yeah, let's get up there as fast as we can. Defensive position, please. So for the next 3 hours, we're defensive. We do have someone on guns, right? Yeah, 107% on anti-aircraft.
Sir, one of the landing planes has crashed on deck. You must use damage control to push it into the water. Command.
To push it into the water.
Yes,
well,
sir.
crap. All right, so damage control is going to run all the way over here. Yeah, and get that plane pushed off. And I don't think we can recover any other aircraft while that crashed plane is on the deck. And we certainly can't launch any fighters either. All right, we got to get a couple sets of dive bombers up as we are being attacked by a submarine. And I'm not sure exactly where they came from. There's no fleets within our little area here. One thing that I also want to do is look at the island and do some adjustments to improve our visibility. We're going to move ourselves up to the flag plotting room, I would suppose. That would give us 1 and 1, and then we can run this spotting range up 100 miles. And then dive bombers are coming up on the deck. And we'll improve visibility for a bit. New enemy found. That was quick. So some troop ships. The Aobake Invasion Fleet. So I wonder, yeah, I think that is our target. So we need to hit those guys quick. So once we launch our submarine dive bombers, we'll go ahead and start working on a mission for them. So we have 1 set of fighters, 1 set of torpedoes on deck already. So we've got plenty of space to launch an airstrike. So let's get some all maneuvers of 1 and 5 at 5%. Anvil attack, boost that up. And then 5. Then we need some defense. Defense of the previous maneuver, up 150%. And can we run that? No. All right, so troop ships. Any one of them is fine. Total annihilation. Safety of our pilots. All squadrons will return. And confirm that. Now we've got 4 hours to get these on the deck. We need 1 more torpedo.
Issue a torpedo bomber squadron on the deck.
So 1 set of fighters, 2 sets of torpedoes. Oh no. Dive bombers. We need 2 dive bombers. Got it. All right, retrieve the submarine squad. The airstrike is an hour away, and the carriers cap, yeah, 5 hours and 38 minutes trying to repel those 9 fighters, or at least keeping them in the ballpark. All right, there are our dive bombers. Very nice. As soon as they are ready, we'll get them below deck. Because if all goes well, this will be it.
Objective has been completed, sir.
Nice. The Japanese invasion has been suppressed and your carrier escaped unscathed. Your achievements have made a great impact on the war, and you're to be commended for your efforts. All right, so that is the first mission done. It went a lot better than my first time around trying to get grips on what exactly is going on, but very happy with what we've got going on. So if you would like me to, you know, take a look at this, I wonder, is this the same mission? No, so we do have another mission to do. I don't know if we can save it or not. It'd be a shame if I exited and it didn't save, but we'll call it an episode here. If you want to see the second mission, let me know, and I'll play through this mission again and then record episode 2. But that will do it for me. Like, share, and subscribe if you are so bold. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you in the next carrier video. Take care.